Welcome to PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel. I'm delighted to say I'm joined today by Damir Selanec, a spokesperson for Tartan Army Croatia. Damir, you're part of quite a unique organisation that was brought to everyone's attention with the welcome that the group gave to Scott McKenna when he signed for Dinamo Zagreb in the summer. I suppose what everyone watching wants to know first off is, how did Tartan Army Croatia come to be?
Well, when in the older days when we were younger, we played the Scotland national team, and we also had some clashes with Celtic and Hearts and other Scottish clubs, right? So when the Scottish people actually came to Croatia, we always met them and we drank with them and we had fun together, and we saw that actually Scottish people are similar to Croatian people. So we grew in love of the Scottish people and Scotland all together, and we are actually trying to have this association which actually ties them together, and for you to learn a little bit more about Croatia and for us to learn a little bit more about Scotland.
What kind of experiences did you have then with those fans that saw you really come to enjoy that connection?
We played a couple of times with Celtic. Celtic is actually a similar club to our hometown Dinamo Zagreb, and in our clashes together, it was always, equal. Sometimes we win, sometimes Celtic, sometimes it's a draw. The last match we played in the European Champions League was a tie. It was 0-0 here in Maksimir Stadium. So when Scottish people do come here in Croatia, they're always warm, and they want to have fun. They like to have good time, and we as a host always welcome them, and we organize parties for them. So we drink together, we sing together, we go to the stadium together. So there was never any problem with the Scottish people all together, fans, Celtic fans, Hearts fans. Everything was always in a good spirit.
When you decided to create the fans group then, how did you actually go about it? How many people are involved and things like that?
Only a small group of people who just, Scottish people came. We all also get to know each other at these parties, and we saw that we all have the similar love for Scotland and Scottish people. So we started talking together if we can organize something and uh, have more fun together and go to the games together, not only the Croatian national team, but also the Scotland national team. And we also went to the Celtic games also here in Croatia and abroad, and like in 2013, we started talking about make it legal. So we made this association Tartan Army come true. So we registered the association, we got all the approval, and nowadays uh, uh, we have like 15 people altogether. Before we had more, but obviously during the COVID era, we had to disband the association, and all the people left. So these days we are actually trying to bring them all back together and to bring new people to our association and to have fun and enjoy the games and everything that is involved with the Croatian and Scottish relationship.
The members that you have, are those Croatian people? Are they Scottish people? Is there a mixture of the two in there?
Yeah, so mostly we are Croatian people who actually don't have anything to do with the Scotland, right? Except we love the way you guys enjoy yourselves, and Scotland altogether is a beautiful country. And just recently, like 10 days ago, we met a nice Scottish couple who actually live here in Zagreb and they work here. So they approached us also after they saw our piece with Scott McKenna, and they asked if they can join the association, and we were glad to welcome them to our association. So we do have now also some Scottish people in Tartan Army Croatia.
How do you go about then trying to bolster the numbers and bring new people into the organisation?
With this piece from Scott McKenna, actually we were on national television, we were on the internet, so lots of people actually saw what we did, and they saw this as a nice opportunity to contact us. So we are always trying to get more members to join the Tartan Army Croatia.
Have you ever visited Scotland yourself? Have you ever been here and experienced what the country is?
Unfortunately not. I was meant to go to Scotland when you had the Euro. I had the tickets for a Croatia-England game in London, and afterwards I was meant to go to Glasgow to watch Scotland-Croatia game. And as I mentioned before, the COVID came. So the Euro 2000 actually was postponed for 1 year, and I had to cancel all my reservations, and unfortunately I didn't go there. I do have my very good friend and his family now living in Scotland. They're in a small town near the Edinburgh, and I am to go to Scotland as soon as possible.
How did your own personal affiliation come with the Scotland national team then? Where did that build from?
For me personally, how it started with the Scottish national team, my late father, unfortunately, he was in 1974, a long time ago, he was at the World Cup. This is actually the World Cup that Scotland played in the group with Brazil, Yugoslavia at that time, and Zaire, African team, right? And Scotland actually beat Zaire and drew against Yugoslavia and Brazil. And unfortunately, because of the goal difference, Scotland was third and didn't go ahead to quarterfinals, right? And my father was there. And when he came back home from Germany, right, he spoke to me, and I was just a little boy, right? He spoke to me about this Tartan army, the Scottish people in kilts. In this manner, I told you, in large numbers, singing, drinking, and there was some kind of a skirmish or fight or something like that, right? And he said that he actually never saw people so brave and strong and tough as Scottish people. He was so much impressed of the Scottish people. And when you listen this like a little boy, you get a picture of this. And actually, the Scottish are like that, right? You had during your history to be hard and tough and fight, to gain your independence and everything. So for me, it was the moment where I heard of the Scottish people, and during the time I learned more and more, and I get to love Scotland and your people as well.
Obviously, everyone saw that welcome that the group had given to Scott McKenna on his arrival at Dinamo Zagreb. Tell us a bit about that then.
Scott McKenna is actually the first Scots person who ever plays in a national league, and we are very glad as an association who has the ties with Scotland that he actually came to our hometown club, Dinamo Zagreb, right? So we did contact the club, and we said that we are the Association of Scotland and Croatian Friendship, and that we would like to welcome him, and they agreed. So we had a little surprise for him. We met him on the main pitch, and he actually knew that we are actually coming, but he didn't know that we were kilts, Scottish kilts, and that we actually have a Croatian guy who plays the Scottish bagpipes. So it was a huge surprise for them, and he was very happy to see this kind of thing here in Zagreb, Croatia, because he didn't even think about it. Yeah, he was surprised, positively surprised, and he was happy. But I was talking to him and wishing him a welcome to here in Croatia and Zagreb, and he seems like such a nice person, down to earth. He was very surprised. He thanks us a lot, and we had nice photos with him. And so far, he plays great. I mean, Dinamo Zagreb is after like 7 games on the first place, and he plays like a true Scotsman. He's strong, he's brave, he's ferocious in his defending, and right now he's the best defenseman in the Croatian National League by all the scores and all the statistics.
How might someone go about acquiring a kilt and bagpipes in Croatia?
He is actually self-taught. So I don't know, he bought his bagpipes on the internet, and it was a long time ago, you know. So he started from zero, right? He learned from YouTube and internet, and during this period of time, he got very good, right? He learned how to play properly, and then he learned the Scottish songs. He plays the Croatian songs also on the Scottish bagpipes. So he has a double repertoire to perform, right? And mostly we do go to Scotland from sometimes to time, and we have lots of Scottish friends who knows us, so they do send us uh, everything from Scotland, kilts and jerseys and everything else that we cannot get here in Croatia.
Obviously, of course, Steve Clark's team are in the early stages at the moment of trying to qualify for the World Cup in the USA and Mexico. How have you rated the campaign so far?
I'm sure that Scotland will play well, and the crucial match will be against Greece.
Yeah.
Because they play hard football. It's not always nice to watch, but Scotland at home at Hampden Park, I think they will make a good result. They will win. For Belarus, I have no doubt that Scotland will win, and that is a great thing for Scotland national team to start the qualification in that manner. Because as I know, that Scotland hasn't been at the World Cup since 1998, which is like more than a quarter of the century ago, right? And that you are guys eager to go there. Last year I was in Leipzig in Germany for Croatia-Italy match, and I know that Scotland went to Euro, and I heard also here we always hear good things about Scottish fans. You know, you bring such an atmosphere to each town you arrive in large number, wearing kilts and having fun, singing songs, drinking. You know, and there is a good perception of Scottish people all around where Tartan Army actually travels.
As you mentioned there, of course, Dinamo are top of the league at the minute. We know what happened on the final day last season. Do you think that gives the players extra motivation to make sure that that does not happen again?
Last year's players are almost gone. So we had the reconstruction of the team, and I think like 3 or 4 guys stayed from the last year. Everybody else is new, right? So these new guys have new ideas, new tendencies to be the champions. They have to prove themselves, and that's why the game is different. You know, it's faster, it's better, it's more tactical, and I think we will not have any problem of winning the league this year because we are at our best right now. But these guys are actually gonna get even better because they're new altogether. They have to, you know, play, and they will get even better and better.
How would anyone find you then? Anyone watching this who wants to look at joining Tartan Army Croatia or just have a look into the organisation and see what you guys are all about?
We have our president called Dejan Lukesh. He was given the nickname McGregor. He doesn't have anything with the McGregor clan, right? But he was given this name because he wears a kilt, and people do see him as a Spokesperson whenever he comes in a traditional Scottish kilt and hat and everything else. So we do have the Facebook page, Tartan Army Croatia, so you can contact us there and speak to us and see how to join our association.
Damir, it's been a delight to speak to you this afternoon. Thank you for taking the time out to speak to PLZ Soccer. Thank you to everyone for watching, and don't forget to subscribe to PLZ Soccer's YouTube channel.